Hey everyone. Oh my god, I can hear myself. This is awful. Hold on. Anyone who's ever done this, you know, you talk differently like that. Is that off? Perfect. You know how, like, if you can hear yourself talking in the computer, you talk a little differently. We don't want that. So, but yeah, we're back with this game that I don't have too much nice to say about. It is dark in here. A little overexposed. That's better. It's actually almost too bright now. Alright. Yep, so we're back, and last time Alphen got unmasked, and it wasn't as dramatic as it maybe should have been, because he also turned into, well, he turned into a pane of glass, and he got broken. He can feel pain again. We're not too keen on that. You know, in my mind, this game already had enough obstacles, so now that Alphen sucks, I kind of just wonder, maybe he should just quit. Like, clearly he got a horrifying revelation from, getting his memories back. Alright. Wow, there's a lot of people to talk. There's a lot of people to talk to. Guess we'll start with Dohalim.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
You could say that.
It's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started.
It's almost as if we're playing an RPG.
About your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign?
Because I am Inte.
Why choose
Sorry, wrong movie.
Sovereign in the first place?
Actually, the first, like, 4 Pokemon movies were pretty sick. I don't even like Pokemon like that, and I'll tell you that. I like those movies growing up. I played the first 3 generations, but, like, wow, that's still going on.
This all occurred 300 years
Yeah, we just play the one with demons
ago.
now.
The term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then. Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but
Most certainly you
I'm
are.
still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales.
Ha,
And
he said
now I
tails.
feel like there's
Oh,
little truth to any of it.
probably.
There's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony.
Oh,
It used the
Gosh.
Renaissance.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
only you would know. Why do you say it like that, Alphen?
And you never
Only you would know.
participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
This game answers dramatic situations with lots of questions. It answers them with more questions.
Far more important question at hand is,
Oh, more questions!
mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes we need a little help in addressing
Frank.
the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
Yeah, seriously, Alphen, you're kind of useless right now. Can't use that there old burning sword. Yeah, actually, you lost most of your value to our group. Hi, Rinwell. Maybe my conversation with you will be a little more pleasant.
The worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down.
Nope.
I didn't realize
It's not.
you were lonely too.
I guess all of us.
Yeah, but you.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned...
When I'm not playing it, it's really easy for me to forget about this game.
It's strange.
I mean, I'm gonna finish
When I
it,
think
but
about Lenegis, it still feels
I don't want to be
like
one of those
years
people who like
ago
leaves
that I was there.
these kinds of streams unfinished.
What
But
feels like years
I really am starting to regret playing Tales of
Know if
Arise.
it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight.
As it does.
If the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I
that?
hadn't, maybe my mother and father
Think
would still be
Evade.
alive.
Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that.
Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with
Actually,
everything in your past,
Maxwell
finding out
from
you're the sovereign and all,
Tales of Arise, or not Arise, Tales of Xillia. Maxwell from Tales of Xillia literally could predict the future. That's why he sent Mila to Earth in the first place.
Shion.
Not Earth, but Rize
Now
Maxia.
it's you. All of us suffering. Just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Shion were going
I see, I am Timodicus in the chat. Didn't I follow you,
Still,
was it yesterday or today I followed you?
shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her?
Don't hit the
already?
mic.
Poor Shion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going.
Alright, I guess we need to go talk to Kisara now. I was saving the best for last. Kisara's like the only, at least to me, the only redeemable
Zeugles
factor about this
betrayed By
game.
the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way.
And I
through,
say that
and
loosely.
now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Shion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say,
I mean, why does he still want to help Shion, especially after the, spoiler alert, I guess. Why does he still want to help Shion after he got his memories back?
did she come with you?
Is it because he still has questions?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or
He said
roles we were
duties.
given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that
So,
sense.
I think I mentioned this last night, but my,
Right. So you mean it wasn't just
my
Dana
computer
and
that I've
you
been
that
streaming
Lenegis
on,
abducted? You're saying you forced Naori, one
I
of their
think my
own,
video
to serve
card
against her
died,
will as
and,
well?
Even within Renan society,
I'm still kind of getting used to this new setup. I'm not used to...
I don't think she was ever in the
Is that Lana Bun X?
Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even
Yeah,
after
Lana
that,
Bun
she
X. Thank you so
still
much for the
refused to
follow.
go Back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't
Take this game back. That's how you...
atone for what's
Ugh.
happened in the past. I don't think
That's
anyone
definitely how you make up for this,
several
Alphen.
centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor.
Yeah, m'lady.
Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same
Oh
for
yeah,
him.
well, feel free to hang out. You know,
He was ready to
like...
give up too. You were there for both of us.
One thing that comes up a lot in my streams is,
I
like...
heard you telling me to keep fighting.
A lot of streamers don't like this, but, I really don't mind. If you have well, I mostly play JRPGs, so I probably can't answer anything about like Valorant or multiverses or any of the stuff the kids play now. But like, if you know one of those Japanese role-playing games, though, I am the person for questions because I play way too many of them.
Devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up? Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right?
I mean,
The true
free will and all, but
people who elected you, the ones who forced you to wield.
and yeah, of course, I always appreciate Lurk.
They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that.
I mean, given the fact that Alphen was literally a slave, can you blame him? I mean, I'm not justifying a massacre, but like,
I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living.
the characters in this game, their motivation makes no sense to me whatsoever.
But
Seriously.
still not convinced? Then ask yourself this: what is it that you've really been fighting for? This
I am Timodicus. If I'm saying that wrong, please tell me. But I have played Live Alive Remake. I've streamed it twice. I'm just now getting my schedule together. I've been off Twitch more than I'd like to be, and I need to go here now. But yeah, I've done Boromaru's chapter, and I've done Pogo's chapter. I'll probably be streaming Live Alive in the next day or two. I'll probably be doing Wild West. Oh, is it I am Timodicus? I just went the wrong way. You know, I have a in the real world, I have a last name that people tend to mess up pretty frequently, and that's why I give it the old college try when I see someone's name, be it real or a handle. So yeah. Oh, and we have to talk to this. I hate law. Yeah, I try is what I'm getting at. But so I should be getting back with Live Alive here in the next day or two. Probably probably doing what's his name? The cowboy Billy? Is he Billy the Kid? That's a great question for the internet. I mean, I have a computer right in front of me.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree.
Sundown Kid.
But that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing.
Yeah, so Prehistory is the one I just did. I kind of wish I'd done that first.
It's about Naori, isn't it?
Good piece of advice I could give, speaking from experience. Boromaru, the Edo period, is probably one of the more complicated chapters.
Fine, I've said my piece.
I did it all in one go a few weeks ago on stream, but it took me a good 3 hours.
My power
Via one of my viewers, there's a lot of multiple choice in that scenario, and a lot of the wrong answers lead to instant not alive.
Anyone's safety,
including
Shion's.
And
sovereign powers?
the viewer in question, he hadn't played it yet either, so it just so happened every answer like restart, but that game's really fun. No, literally though, dead on dead, that's how it felt. But it's a really good game. I enjoy that. I kind of enjoy that each scenario has a playstyle. Like, you don't have to okay, like the Edo period I was talking about. It's possible to finish that scenario. Alphen, shut up! I'm trying to talk, Alphen. What's cool about the Edo period is there's 100 enemies on the map. You can kill 0 of them, or you can get rid of all of them. But it's completely possible to beat that chapter with no battles, and part of it's kind of encouraged. I don't think you get any bonuses, but yeah, I highly recommend Live Alive. Especially on the Switch, no less. Like,
just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Live Alive, actually, because, it helps distract me from the fact that, quite frankly, I'm really starting not to be able to stand this game anymore. I've been streaming Tales of Arise for almost 3 months now, because I keep getting distracted and playing games that I like instead. Stars over. Oh, crap. There's a shiny over there I could have picked up. And, I mean, the only one stopping me from stopping playing it is me, but, I just feel obligated. I mean, I've streamed this game at least 18 times already.
What? They're almost at the village gates.
Oh, I guess
I knew we shouldn't have cut through their
the game isn't just talking right now.
That...
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're...
Kisara's right.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
I mean,
As ready as
you know,
I'll be.
even though you can feel pain now, Alphen, like,
Alphen, right. Great to have you back. Now let's do this.
no, it's true though, and like, what really drives me nuts about it is, getting weird here, 1 second. Okay. Like, I've done some one-offs before, but... Here we go. Yeah, I've done one-offs before, but... I mean, I can't play, like, half of this game and then just not finish it. Speaking of which... We don't have Shion anymore, so we need to change our party around. And what was over here? Treasure chest. Alright, so... Oh, and the guide said that. Well, why does the game take Dohalim out by default? The one character who can heal. No, Law. By Law. And we'll check out our skill panel real quick. Kisara. Law. Law can wait. I really... Gosh, I don't like Law. And none of these are actually amazing too, so maybe we'll hold on to those points. But apparently we have some Zoogles to go take care of. And as with every area in this game, the difficulty is going to be exorbitantly higher than the previous. Because, you know, you gotta honeypot that DLC. Oh, the Berserker type enemies, they're probably not too bad. We have Dohalim, so
We've all got our own pain to
you can stop them from flying all over the place.
Here they come!
Actually, they're quite a bit stronger than us. And we're gonna nope, wrong one. We're gonna interrupt that Mystic Art.
Not in your dreams.
Oh, critical. And a strike. We didn't get the counter edge, so that's cool.
We'll soon see about that.
Is it just me, or are there more enemies than when I started? And actually, I just went into Overlimit, but Alphen cannot use a Mystic Art right now without the Blazing Sword. I don't believe.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine.
Just keeping an eye on my PC temp.
Huh?
I am
At
like,
least you're still alive.
after the other night on stream, I'm so terrified of my PC getting way too hot
Can be
again.
pretty useful though.
Um,
It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
My space is really limited, so like,
Room to improve in that
I think my issue last time was, because I have a really good cooling source, I just think my PC couldn't breathe where it was. I have 4 cats, so with the amount of hair flying around in this room, that does not help either.
You know, this Olim kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs.
Yeah, they should.
Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah.
I wish I sensed something remotely interesting about the characters, but we're pretty close to the end. I peeped. I didn't spoil, but I did
But I've
peep.
learned something
So
too.
we've got 10 hours or less
My
left,
rage,
minus
fury,
cutscenes.
and
So
our so-called rulers.
I'm gonna thug it out,
So much
but
of myself stripped away
I
from
won't be happy doing it. That we're gonna be playing some other games here in the mix. Don't you worry about that.
friends, family, home. They took everything from me and left me with nothing but guilt.
You should feel guilty.
I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something.
Oh, you like that? I drink a lot of water on stream, and then I get frustrated when I end up urinating 3 or 4 times and take 3 or 4 different breaks.
That's why I need to keep fighting.
Alright.
But Shion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Shion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana.
I don't want to talk too bad about this game because I feel like I low-key feel like Bandai Namco is the type of company that would sue.
Certainly no
But-
objections.
I really feel like when they wrote the story for this game, they went on TV tropes and just copied every trope that was relevant to a Japanese role-playing game with anime characters and said, okay, well, we'll make the gameplay good, because the gameplay is good. Like,
Let's go.
the combat's good, there's so much QOL, like the fast travel, the saving. I mean, this truly feels like a game that came out in the last year, but
We don't know what lies ahead. We should know
it's
well
just-
before we venture forth.
there's so many things that take away from that.
Okay.
Yeah, and, you know,
Is that
I'm not saying I could do better. I probably could not. I'm just, what bothers me about it, because there's games that I hate the story to that are some of my favorite games of all time. The problem there's an owl near here. The problem that I have with it,
How is Mahavar doing?
personally, is that there are previous games in this franchise
Wait.
that are much better from a writing standpoint. And everyone knows, like,
I've covered the whole
Tales games can be hit or miss. Like, you don't really play Tales game for the story necessarily, but you still enjoy the characters.
But we weren't able to
I think the
find
characters in Tales of Arise are so insufferable. Like,
I see.
we are almost 40 hours into this game. No one has a real personality yet.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened.
Every cutscene in this game
We've exhausted all the
is a
avenues
fishing
open to
pole,
us.
and the
All we
plot
can do
is
now
on a
is press on
hook.
ahead.
And
Fine.
every cutscene, you think you're gonna reach up, you think you're gonna get the plot. Nope, they pull back. Nope, you gotta keep playing for more plot. So
Thistlein was
that gets really aggravating.
Renan Lords, right?
Yeah, I understand they can't give the whole game away at once,
They must have known.
but we are more than halfway done with this
So why didn't
game.
they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just
Um,
Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live
But,
life in constant fear of
I
being
can't take away the fact
it's
that the
only a matter of
actual
time
mechanics of
before
this
all
game,
outsiders
they're
start to
great.
seem a potential threat.
No complaints
I
there.
suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was? They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to
Oh, so you extorted
Of
them.
course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt.
You extorted them for food by giving them food.
Ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal
As a matter of
is a
fact,
powerful
funny you say that, because I was on Reddit earlier, and someone posted a question
Something
um,
you had
in
second
this
thoughts
game's
about
subreddit
being
and basically said,
Of course not.
this is where I am. They're basically where I am on stream right now. Does the story get better? And every comment was like, no, 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 no. And I'm like, I still have like 10 or 15 hours, so great. Oh well.
I see.
Well, we're here,
Besides,
so we might as well have fun with it. I'm trying to keep a smile on my face, keep a positive attitude.
But when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right. That she'd gotten what she deserved.
It's Tomodagus, this is alright though, because
Someone else had come along and
we're
killed her
playing,
instead.
at least in the next few weeks, months, no weeks, definitely weeks.
I still wouldn't
We're
kill
playing
her.
games that I do like.
Shedding any tears after she's gone.
I think after this game is done,
It's all so confusing.
the next action RPG I'm gonna play is probably gonna be Scarlet Nexus or Stranger of Paradise. I still haven't played either one of those.
Rinwell.
As far as turn-based goes, still playing Live Alive. That game's pretty short though. Once I'm finished with Live Alive, oh yeah, no, so Scarlet Nexus is from the same publisher that made this game. It actually shares a lot of similarities. Like, I think Nexus is supposed to be kind of linked with the new Tales universe they're making. So after playing this, my hopes are kind of teetering, but it looks really cool. I mean, it looks like Bandai's attempt at a Nier Automata style game. So I'm gonna give it a go. And that's
Searching after all.
Nier Automata is one of my favorite games of all time. So I mean, like, we'll give it a go. We'll see how it pans out. Any more quests? Nope. And we can't fast travel back anywhere. So we can only... There's an owl around here I need to find. Yeah, Nexus is... I'm losing my words here. Nexus looks... Where is that? Oh, here's the owl. Nexus looks fun. I'm gonna go into that with a good mindset. I'm not gonna let this game spoil it for me. Probably leaning Nexus over Stranger of Paradise. As far as turn-based, once we're finished with Live Alive, I think Romancing Saga 3 is finally coming up. I've been testing that game a little bit off stream just to size it up compared to Romancing Saga 2. We finished that a few weeks ago.
Hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hulu?
Anything else on my list?
It's brutal, all right.
God,
I
there's
can
a
feel
lot
my
of new
energy being
RPGs this
drained away
summer.
just by walking. All this
Nexus, Stranger, Romancing Saga 3. Those are like the big
Keep your wits
ones.
about you, everyone. And watch you don't
I want to
feel
play
over
Survive.
regret it.
Like, I have Digimon Survive. I kind of want to play that.
Relaxing hot spring. That would suit
It's supposed to be a lot like a Persona game. I hope it's not as long as a Persona game.
All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered can be a welcome change.
Hot and bothered. That was your choice of
Don't
words.
expect us to carry you when you pass out.
You know, in Dana, that might mean something different than it means here on Earth. There's 2 campfires on this map. Alright. 2 wild boars.
I'll clear the way through. I've got your back.
It's over.
No, seriously though, I'm pretty sure that's not what hot and bothered means. Like, you know, I think when you're in gym class in school and you have to do the pacer, the way you feel afterwards, I don't think they call that hot and bothered. There we go. And see, true. Actually, oh, you got me thinking now. No, I'm pretty sure all my gym teachers were just disgusting. So no, I definitely would never use hot and bothered to describe my time. I think in school, period. Do we get? No, we don't get any quick travel to the fishing points, but that's all right. I'm gonna tackle the fishing in this game, no pun intended, later on. Oh, more of you. Dohalim's boost attack's really good against these types of enemies. I just realized we don't have a cooking effect. I guess we haven't had a chance to cook, though. Dragon Swarm. Also, you know, I know it's like 2022, but the translation, that hot and bothered thing would be a great example of another problem I have with this game, which is I think the translation's just slightly messed up. Part of the reason this story might not be as good for me as it might be for some people is because some lines in this game just don't make sense. And I screenshot those lines and I read them over and over again when I'm like editing these for YouTube, and like they still don't make sense. So I know it's not. I don't think it's me, at least. I don't think, but oh, also there's like a lot of typos too in the text. I've caught quite a few on stream actually.
But maybe now's not the best time for Elda Menencia Pride. We're in for a long slog.
Well, exactly. You know, so they talk a lot about the Final Fantasy games from the 90s because pretty much any RPG that came over here from Japan that was published by Square, the translator was a guy named Ted Woolsey, and Woolsey had some pretty funny translations. Like some of the most memorable lines from Final Fantasy, like the Spoony Bard and Kefka's "Run, Run, or You'll Be Well Done." Those are Ted Woolsey lines. But almost got him. They're all Ted Woolsey lines. But I think the biggest difference between the 90s and now is it's not outlandish for, you know, back then, for someone in the Western world to learn Japanese, I don't want to say this was not the case 100% of the time, but back then, for someone to learn a new language, it usually had to be for a job. The age of the internet has people who will data mine video games and learn languages just to play games. It's kind of sick. So, yeah, with the resources, localization, the internet, like, that whole realm is so different than it used to be. Which is why I feel comfortable complaining about a translation, because I mean,
I'll clear the way through. I've got your back.
especially when you consider games like Romancing Saga 2 that had fan translations that were worked on for years and years and years, and like the text was only decent at best, and by the time the remaster got announced, they just stopped the they just stopped the translation project because they're like, well, we can play the game now. I see so many ads for that on Twitter. So many graphic artists and so many translators. Like, that is a much more common skill than it used to be. Knowing a foreign language, I mean. Alright, so we need to go this way. Oh, another owl. Heck, the corporate world almost feels exclusively like outsourcing now. I mean, even if I ever get something big delivered to my house, they use a
That's our target. It'll take more than that to break my shield.
you know, it's like if let's just say I get an Amazon package, you know, a lot of those drivers now, they drive their personal vehicle. It's like they're outsourcing that too, because those people who drive their vehicle, they're not even employees. I think they're filed as contractors.
All yours, Kisara.
Looks like we won.
That was a pretty easy quest, just the Terrapin Fist guys or whatever. And we don't want to jump down there. But what we do want to do, however, there's a lot more area to explore over here. Oh, no. It's a skit. Cool, it's a skit, not a cutscene.
To the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
Wow, you think Kisara?
Come on. She's waiting
I
for
love
us.
Kisara. I take that
All
back.
the more
She's
reason
the
to
best.
conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right.
Do people wrap
Besides,
gifts
Alphys
in Dana or
hasn't
Rena?
recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
Milady. Oh, another one? What is this? Oh, the game's like forcing us into camp menu.
Years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
Okay, I actually jinxed myself earlier. I'll be right back. I need to go use the restroom real quick. I'm gonna run a short ad while I'm doing that. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Cool. Get back to my stream manager.
Life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still...
I have one more complaint about this game, and this is probably more... Actually, I won't say it's on me, but I have a PlayStation 4. I do not have a 5. I'm unemployed right now, so of course I don't have a PlayStation 5.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
I lost my train of thought for a second. This game
Renan, like you say,
is like really made for the PS5. It's on 4 and 5, but my PlayStation 4 sounds like a jet when this game is running. I have a PS4 Pro, and this I can hear this.
Bit of a leap.
My PlayStation is louder than my PC right now,
I see your turn.
and I'm
Thinking aloud.
running.
Shion.
My PC is not amazing either. I mean, I have OBS, Chrome, and CPYD running, and
Shion is nearly
it's still making less noise than my PlayStation. That's kind of sad. The console was designed to play the game.
Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken.
Alphen got kind of fussy with his mask off.
Break down, or
I kind of liked Alphen with the mask better, because now he's like moody and going through puberty.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt...
No one cared who I was before I put on the mask.
Wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
Might be
The
what?
reason he lost all his memories?
all but a select few strong ones.
I'm trying to think what the newest thing beside before this that I played on the place on.
It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe...
No, I think this is probably the first game that has
It's certainly
made my
possible.
PlayStation fire on all cylinders.
But the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself.
Nexus might end up being the same way. I'm sure Strangers of Paradise will.
I'm sorry for snapping at you.
Because that's even newer than this. This came out about exactly a year ago.
Finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I
Okay.
hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're caught up on skits. Cook before resting. Do we have anything that heals us after battles? One potato short. Heal after battle, small. Yeah, I guess we'll do this. Cook with Dohalim.
Flavor. Why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Are you still talking about when you were a lord? Yep. Oh, and then I guess the game's not going to give us... I guess we can't bond with anybody right now while Shion's gone.
Alone. I'm all alone.
So, did Volrum just have clothes for Shion to wear? Because that's not what she was wearing when he kidnapped her. She's actually a grown woman. I don't know if I can say kidnapping, but you get my point though.
Keep Shion waiting.
Okay.
I always hear you muttering.
That was a pretty. I don't know. I don't really watch cable anymore. But funny enough
Why do
that you
wanna
mentioned
know?
that, that's a good show.
Bother you or something?
Not really.
I don't really watch cable anymore, but I really liked Scandal, and I really liked
So I was wondering if you vent your frustration.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match the mood
Salacious.
of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it?
Okay, so
The elemental
I
energy behind each art, I guess.
I watched How to Get Away with Murder until
Are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
the last season I saw.
But if I put emotion into what I say,
Spoilers
I
for
can properly cast my arts.
the
Does
other
that make
6
sense?
people watching this. Spoilers for How to Get Away with Murder. Plug your ears, take your headphones out.
Energy,
After Wes died, the season after that, and then
treasure?
I guess a new guy who joins the cast for the next season at the very end. Whatever season
There's bad guys lurking.
was before that was the last one I saw. I never finished How to Get Away with Murder.
Ah, what are you doing? You almost
Game scared the crap out of me for a second.
I just asked the energy to send
Yeah,
down
so that was the last season I saw of it. I do need to finish that show at some point.
know what to do. Things
The
can't
problem is, now that I'm getting married, my fiance has not seen that show,
You were in well.
so I'd have to rewatch all of it with her until, which is nice. I'd probably want to rewatch it anyway, but
I've just been thinking.
especially trying to do the Twitch thing, and even though I don't work right now, I have, like,
Cut it out.
I have obligations and responsibilities. Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I
we've,
was thinking about.
we got engaged about 2 months ago now. It's been about 2 months.
When I was in Ciclodia.
Yeah, of course. You were brought
It's
in
so,
because
like,
the
it's so hard,
right?
to watch hour-long episodes of a show,
I used to have nightmares when I fell asleep.
like, when you're an adult.
It's been happening a lot.
Part of it, I think, could be interest in just sitting still for that long. I think another thing, too, is just,
You should be happy.
you know, those things when you were growing up that just magically got
I
done.
did a lot of terrible
Yeah,
things back
you have to do those when you're growing up.
Scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares?
Sitting is nice when you can, but
You know me.
I don't know, at least the life I live, like,
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've
it's
forgotten.
always an animal that needs taken care of, or which is okay. I'm not complaining
I
about
don't
that.
think those nightmares going
but-
away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign
We
you come to terms
we
with
got a
what
lot of
you did.
animals.
Come to terms. You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do.
How to Get Away with
You're
Murder.
pretty amazing,
One of my
huh?
favorites of
I am?
the shows that have
Yeah.
hour-long episodes for
I've
sure
always
is
figured out
Dexter.
how to accept our past. Least of all,
I've seen all of that. I did not watch New Blood. That came out almost a year ago. I had never watched New Blood, but the first 8 seasons of Dexter, phenomenal. I love that show. I hated the ending. I didn't want it to end. I never thought I'd be talking about normie TV shows on
It'll take more than that.
Twitch. Normally I watch grown-up cartoons. You ever think about that? That's like the one problem I have with the future, is that we need to get back on the ground. That's like my big problem with the future, is it's cool that there's so much content now, but there's only 24 hours in the day. We can't possibly watch everything you'll ever want to watch. Alphen is really lagging behind without the burning sword. There we go. I'm really just trying to get boost attacks here. Because that's what's gonna...
Victory nonetheless.
That's what's gonna actually let us win. You know, and you may be able to relate to this. I was talking with a friend. I was talking with a friend a couple days ago, and he said, "Hey, Cansprin JRPG." That's not what he called me, but do you remember back when Netflix came in the mail, but they had this streaming service attached to it, just for free, for paying for Netflix? Because that's like how the Netflix streaming service started, was they just had a bunch of stuff digitally available if you paid $8 a month. Yeah, because when I first signed up for, I don't have my own Netflix account anymore, thanks to the lovely Marvel that is password sharing, but back when I did have my own Netflix account, when I first established it, their focus was still mailing you movies, and then the reason I signed up was my friend showed me, what show was it? Law & Order. It was Law & Order SVU. I've been watching that since I was pretty young, probably younger than I should have been, but I wanted to watch every episode in order. I asked, where can I watch Law & Order? Do I have to buy the box set? He said, no, it's on Netflix. So I have to do 10 Netflix orders? No, it's on Netflix, and he explained it to me. That was probably like 2011 or 2012. But you can call my mind blown. I can't believe they were sitting on that gold mine that was the streaming service, and it was just kind of secondary. Alright, how long are you gonna follow me for? Let us pray. We're gonna break this group up a little bit. I don't want to take on 5 at once.
Everyone's still in one piece?
Yep. I barely worked up a sweat.
Yeah, because, shortly after I got Netflix back then, I think this was before the Crunchyroll service, I was like, there's really not a lot of anime on Netflix. But what did have a ton at the time was Hulu. Hulu had a bunch of anime. I wanted to watch... I had seen all of Sailor Moon, but I wanted to watch it, like, episodically. Like, in order. Hulu had Sailor Moon, so that sold me. Also, I think it was... I wanted to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it was. I wanted to watch all the, I wanted to watch all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, and at the time, I think they only had Duel Monsters GX and 5Ds. This gives you a time frame for how long ago this was, because I think they're on their 7th now. I just completely missed that attack. I hate when Alphen and a party member end their combo on the same frame, because then the strike gauge goes back down. There we go. I never did watch Sailor Moon Crystal, though. I told myself I would when I finished the original, but that didn't happen. And a treasure chest. Icicle Fang. That's a crafting material. And actually, the opinions on this game are so polarizing. Like, it's love or it's hate, and truly nothing in between. I'm gonna split you guys up. Is it gonna be? Yeah, I got all three of them. Oh well. I shouldn't have gapped myself that hard. That's all right. Come on. All right, here we go. Now I can just spam DDF. Yeah, and Alphen can't use his Mystic Art right now for story reasons, so... but even in his weakened state, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Alphen is just that much better than every other playable character. Strength-wise, at least, because the AI is not amazing. Impact Cross. That should have ended the fight. Cool.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Actually, I would like that because... Can I? Oh, I can jump down there. I can also get there from the slope, but... Let's talk to you. See if we can forge some new weapons, because we have plenty of money. And we're starting to kind of fall behind a little bit. Oh no, okay. We did have a rock wall. Just like that, I'm skipping law on the weapon. Let me put the right sword on Alphen before I forget. Thundernail. And then check our ranch. Oh, cool. I guess we expanded our ranch. Send to barn. Oh, and we can have sheep now. Me. Sheep. Sheep. I have plenty of the other animals, so I'm just gonna do 4 sheep. I'm gonna sub out. Yeah, sub out a dog for a cat on guard duty. Because those mice have been getting to my livestock a little bit. Then, yeah. Sir. This little lagoon area kind of freaks me out a little bit. This little lagoon kind of freaks me out because I just kind of feel like something's gonna jump out at me. There's nothing in the water over here. There's nothing in the water over here. So let's head back. I think resting will cancel my food effect, and we do not want that at the moment. Barbed crystal silver chunk. Oh, well, when we were at the shop, I totally forgot to actually sell my junk. That's alright, we'll just have a little more for next time. And it looks like... I think I'm ready to proceed.
Right, here goes! It's over! It's over! Scream, bathed in blood. Shot, rending your life! You're finished! I'm gone! Double demon fang! Be still! It's over! Make it rain! All yours, Kisara!
I don't even push a directional button when I do that. I just kind of slam my hand on the D-pad, and whichever one goes, I guess. I actually don't know if pushing the button actually affects who does the move.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Alright. Took a nice little dive there. We're gonna take a look at our little boar friends here. I wouldn't call them our friends, but... Come on. You're not gonna get me away from this one.
I'll stop its charge.
Dohalim's boost attack is like... The adjective that comes to mind for me is noteworthy. It is incredibly noteworthy. There we go. I have to keep messing with my... mic a little bit. There we go. And we got more maximum AG. Nice. On Kisara, no less. Let's go ahead and teach Kisara a new art. Just make her a little more versatile there.
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome!
Oh, that's right, because all the enemies respawn. That's why we camped. I was wondering why.
But rubble in her wake. Are you guys asking to be her next target?
Yeah. All the enemies in the generic treasure respawn. I was wondering why this map had so much stuff. But we rested. Peach gel? No, gold. And game won't let me jump up there. Ooh, this is one of the rare enemies.
Brace yourselves!
Yeah, the shiny wild boar. Whoa! Did you see Alfred bounce back on that enemy? Is that kind of like is that a collision thing? Is that sort of like bullet time bounce in Breath of the Wild? More like PAWG. What's good, Brodo Beans? Beautiful.
Let's refrain from losing.
You know, I was gonna... Bro, I'm not going. I was actually just talking to... I was talking to Tyler about that earlier. I'm not going. I wish you the best of luck, though. Why is this a conversation I had with you years ago, except it's... the roles are reversed? Are you talking about that, Are you talking about that, Tear Lament or Sprite or whatever thing that summons like 2 toads?
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Brodo, you never told me that you actually streamed World of Warcraft. I figured that'd be a detail you to mention, because I would have at least went in and followed you sooner. I don't know what possessed me to click on your Twitch channel and see that you consistently stream WoW. We're gonna skip these enemies if we can, because we've already done. Has Wrath not launched yet? And did they do a beta, or is... I mean, I can't actually... That's a silly question, considering it's a re-release of an old expansion of WoW. Oh, they actually are doing beta?
We should be able to cook here.
My body seems to be doing okay.
Are you affiliate? Yeah, I guess that would make sense, considering that was 4 generations of operating systems ago. You didn't answer my question, nerd. Are you affiliate yet? I'll affiliate you with something, but I'm not going to say it on stream. But just know that I love you. Do you do go live notifications? Because when you stream, as long as my phone is on me, I will watch you. Like, I don't play WoW anymore, but I shall still tune into you, baby. And we can't heal after battle. Yeah, had I known, I'd have been watching you a lot sooner. I really don't know what I'm gonna cook for these ungrateful people.
Hell yeah! There's no way you.
And let's go ahead and bond with Rinwell. But
You're still awake?
I've always been something of a
Are you-
night owl. Ever since back when
are you
I
ever
was
gonna
a
stream
teenager,
anything besides World of Warcraft?
Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching.
When does Overwatch 2 come out?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think.
I know they were saying when Overwatch 2 comes out, they're gonna.
But that's what we did. Just
No,
like
I see that you.
parents and their
I see you got me, but like, what's the date though?
Honestly, I don't even know.
10-4 on that, man.
If memory serves. Ages have
No, I'm
been
kidding,
stuff
but,
around for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths.
Keck.
People were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Apparently they're taking down Overwatch 1 when 2 drops. I saw that a long time ago. I don't keep up. The only Blizzard game I really keep up with now is Diablo 3 still. So I wouldn't know.
Maybe
But-
they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers.
Yeah.
Or maybe domination.
Actually, I thought about streaming some Dueling Book. Do you want to do that sometime?
Considered it might have been something like that.
I guess I have.
Me,
I wonder why
Tyler,
attracted the attention it did.
Adam, and Steven, actually in the next couple days, I was gonna message you and ask you. We're planning on playing on Dueling Book one night, for a few hours, like in Discord. You want to join us?
When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
I was talking to Tyler earlier. He started talking about Tier Limit, Sprite. I just started reading that stuff.
Night, everyone.
Yeah, I'll play, but I do not like Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
I want to go
Um,
to bed.
They were getting me up to speed a little bit on things. Apparently the slow play is like worse than it's ever been. They're now treating, like, judges treat the slow play, well, you would know better than them actually. So do the judges really treat slow play like a cheating offense now, rather than just unsportsmanlike?
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going
But
the opposite
what?
direction, but where there's a will.
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options.
Didn't Stryker literally just win or get second at an event? You can't tell me.
Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than
Yeah.
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach.
Oh, so were these cards out? Was this after Nationals?
Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin.
Man,
At least I'm trying to be.
I mean, you gotta think. I haven't. The newest cards when I was playing were Elpie and Agripane. Elpie and Agripane.
That hard effort
Like-
wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring.
Why a lot
to
of
hear.
dice rolling, or
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of...
Yeah, I heard that deck summons Window, right?
Fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
That card aged like a fine wine. Invoked Kaliga. King of the Swamp, like pitch, add poly, and then can sub as a fusion material. King of the Swamp. When I was a teenager, I played that card in Heroes. Gotcha. Oh, I still got all 3 enemies.
Let's see what you've got. Crush! Double Demon Fang! The Shadow
It's a duel of the arts.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. Is it like kind of? Is it kind of like It's substituting a monster that has a name, right?
The heavens must be smiling.
Yeah, that's... Oh, and I'm guessing the method they're using to fuse banishes it from the grave. Because if so, that's pretty neat.
This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you...
She's not there, nerd.
Oh. Right.
Oh, so doesn't Bell negate that effect? I'm guessing Lantia's good as always, right?
Go no further.
In a bind?
Come on, Dohalim, let's...
Come and face me.
This one's mine.
Lightning thrust! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact thrust! We work well together.
Actually, Bell and Invoked Kaliga, those are both cards that have just aged like a really fine wine.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Citizen.
My turn! No escape!
There we go.
Blow them away!
I have 13 more minutes of no pre-roll.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Oh, and there's a treasure tucked away in the corner here. And... Oh, I guess it'd help if I climbed the ladder that's right next to me. Lower level, and there's just... Timodicus, I appreciate you coming out and joining me tonight. I hope you sleep tight and have a good night. And, you know, don't be when you see me on, if you're not busy, don't be afraid to drop in and chat, because you know I can talk a lot. A lot. But again, nice chat, and you take care too. Okay, cool. We got the Terrapin Fist separated from the mage enemies. I can't believe I hit that Ludo Rondo. That was actually an accident.
You have such an incredible technique.
Brute force is nothing without elegance of form.
I don't know if I...
These enemies can be so hard to hit, these speed types.
I owe you one.
You managed to pull through.
Gold gel. Haven't seen those in this game yet. And 2 viscous mass.
It's over.
This one's mine.
Double demon fang. Be still. It's over. One more. Fluid escape. Crush.
Blood.
Rending you
Leave the
apart.
enemy guards to me.
It's over.
Milk is place here.
Here I come. Crush. It's over. Here I come. No further. You're finished.
There we go.
Is every shield you own that big?
Here, you want to try holding it?
Ugh. How do you even walk with this thing?
Bell and Crow. Do people play Ogre? I was also gonna text you and ask you that. Oh, so, you probably already know what I'm talking about. What I was gonna play with them is kind of. Kind of like Downward Magician. Actually, Cart, Xyz monsters that trigger, that detach as part of the effect. They trigger shit all monsters. That's a fun little fact. But the only one that did it back in the day was Downward Magician. At least practical. But yeah, I have a fun little. Brew I've been working on. It's not Pendulum. Before you get the wrong idea, no, it's actually not Pendulum. And the only hand trap, that's even decent against that deck, actually Lancia's Murder, but
Thank goodness we won.
the only good hand trap otherwise is this is. Oh really? I guess if they're shuffling cards back to fuse, actually, I will send it to you right now. Hold on. I sent you a picture on Messenger. Take a look at it.
I think Turtle's hungry.
I'll tell you what, it's very fun for the pilot. Obviously there's a few things in there that are not in there that should be. Prosperity. Mostly Prosperity. That's not really a deck that plays droplets.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing to take a shower underneath this water.
You're welcome to try, but that water pressure would likely crush you to a pulp.
Why is that the adjective you chose to describe it? Okay, oh. I bumped my mic again. Yeah, 3 drain, 3 goes, and 3 shifter, macro, dive. Like, if you go first, you can literally brick and win. Your whole deck is wind. Also, the engine, you know, no one has paid attention to that deck for years and years and years. the deck still costs the same amount as a pair of socks. And you know, that engine is so much more consistent than it used to be. The Link monster, which is like 4.5 years old at this point, their Link monster is busted. And when I say busted, I'm not just saying it's good. Like, it's actually kind of mechanically broken compared to the rest of the deck. It tags out like the fusions, but I think it may have even been an oversight when they developed the card. But the fusion, their fusions can't be specialed from the grave or banished. They can only be specialed from the extra by their own effect. The Link is not like that. You can summon it with the Tamers from the grave or banished, and it has all of its effects still. It's really good. You normal. I actually have a few lists of that deck. But you can draw like a little 1600 monster set for, and like that'd be what I consider bricking, is like 1 monster and 4 traps, and you'll win that game. You'll win that game without question either. Especially because the traps you play like to hang out for as long as you'll let them.
In an instant! We work well together. Like a finely timed ball.
No armor. Stop me. Remind me to stay on your good side.
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Yeah, and the deck just plays under Drain. The whole combo with the monsters, like the search and chain to tag out, it works completely under Skill Drain, because they return to the extra deck as a cost. So it's pretty neat.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Negative gate! Lightning thrust! It's over! No escape!
Yeah. I think I understand where you got that adjective from. But, you know, like, you know, that's one of those decks where, I know you weren't really playing back then, but it never, like, saw a lot of play. It was always really good. I played it a lot back then. I really liked it. Steven also really liked it. He played it more than I did, but, we're gonna break up this enemy group because, oh, no, we didn't break him up. I got caught on a wall. Alright, so Rinwell's gonna break up that. I don't know, like, those cards being old does not make them bad. If you join us in a few nights, you'll also see firsthand, I think its greatest weakness isn't necessarily the board, or I think its greatest strength is not necessarily the board that it establishes. It's more so just how hard it is to... Okay. Oh, Mystic. I was wondering what happened. She used Mystic Art. Put it this way. When you play against that deck, it's not that your opponent loses. Sometimes you just win. And decks that do that have always been incredibly playable in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Burning Abyss. That is a great example of a deck where sometimes your opponent doesn't lose, sometimes you just win. And the game had very little to do with them. Who was that for? Mighty Guard, that's for Kisara. We haven't gotten new equipment in a while. We have some livestock to check on. Yeah, but I told myself, if I ever play again, my financial investment is going to be pretty minimal. My emotional attachment is going to be non-existent. I'm only going to play something that is fun to me, and it is going to be easy. Like ignorant levels of easy. And Law can break this.
Looks like some solid equipment.
So, you know, I'm unemployed, so I use this phrase very loosely, but I work Thursday through Sunday.
Hang in there.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are really my lax days.
That's no reason to give up now.
Just gotta buckle down.
That's the spirit.
Ooh, did we get... Yeah, we got the muscle separate. Awesome. I've been meaning to go back. It's been about a year since I was last there. I do miss going to Fred's though. I can do that like once in a while, but I'm on a pretty weird schedule now.
Size was a bit much, though.
What day do they I'm surprised that place is still open. Usually shops in this area don't last very long. I mean, think about it. The Saturday locals has never lasted ever. Well, think about it. I mean, that guy is like, he's old. He's ready to do nothing besides watch football on Sunday, you know? Hey, and the season's about to start, so y'all better finish by 6 o'clock.
For now, but things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert. Hold on to your arms. Here I come.
I'm ready. All yours, Kisara.
I mean, yeah, he comes off as cheap, but at the same time, there's a reason he's been in business for over 20 years. I mean,
Chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
card shops generally don't stay open that long, you know, that's... BG is a kind of a exception to that, but... I'm gonna make a... Make a hard save here. Hey, Brodo, I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak. 1 second. Welcome back. All right. Cool. All right. I think we're ready for whatever. So, I heard Mike.
The animals back at the ranch should be all grown
Oh,
up by now.
boss fights. Boss fight. So we have a healing light here, so we'll heal up, and I'm gonna check on my ranch. I heard Mike doesn't go to Fred's anymore. Oh, nuts. I didn't realize that if you... At least it doesn't cost money for the livestock, just to feed them. Miracle. 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 And miracle. And we already got weapons this session, so we're good on weapons. Alright. Oh wait, I already made a save. I don't know why I just did that. Hey, Brodo, if you're still there, this is actually a new setup. Can you tell me if my lips moving are synced up to the audio? Because if you could, that would be awesome. This is the second night I've experimented with it, but for some reason, my source is still coming up as 720 instead of 1080. I've been troubleshooting all day, but my other video card took a dump, so here we are.
Careful. We've got company.
It's that dragon from Monster Hunter. No, it's actually just a palette swap of an enemy we fought earlier in the game. Is it? Kind of looks like it. Honestly, the enemies in this game are kind of uninspired to me. I feel like we fight the same palette swaps of the same thing in every area.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way.
Near core.
Save your breath while that thing seizes a talking meal.
Then let's show it how wrong it is. Is it trying to stop us? Double demon fang!
Piercing roar! Hurricane strike!
Edev. Oh, he's weak. Oh, he's weak to it. Oh. Oh, you're hit. You're hit. That's nice. Eternal Devastation literally is melting HP off of this boss. Oh, and he took flight.
Much obliged.
Its wings are lighting up.
It's getting ready to attack.
Illuminate the dark.
Let me get...
Tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Says you.
Lightning meteor! Your arm!
Heal. Alright.
I can't ignore your pain.
Their arms were interrupted.
There you go. Don't let up. Illuminate
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone. Thanks, Shion. Look sharp.
We're just... It's so funny, because this is the first game. The first Tales game. First Tales game that ever mentions diminishing returns on art in the tutorial. And the diminishing returns are the least meaningful in this game. Oh, he interrupted me.
Kisara, frozen.
Hammer!
Benediction light.
Hurricane strike!
Shining supernova. Dance in the wind.
Yeah, this is actually a lot like the dragon we fought on the Mobile Fortress Gradia.
Another incantation ruined.
Alright. We almost got this guy.
This one's mine.
Alright, Dohalim, you gotta heal me. Ooh. If you hit him on the wrong frame, he'll stun you. That's what it looks like, at least.
Got him on the run. Right. Still anyone's fight. Shy.
I mean, we're in pretty good shape.
Regeneration. I need something.
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen. Can you take it?
I hate to just spam an art, but like I said, the diminishing returns in this game are the least they've ever been. Like, there's no reason not to spam an art if they're weak to it.
Glad you're on our side, Dohalim.
Benediction light.
Big chicken. I love chickens.
Won't escape me.
Here I go. Eat dirt.
There we go. That was really, really easy. Easier than most of the, probably easier than most of the boss fights we've ever done in this game. At least because they seem to get harder. They seem to get harder as we play further into the game, but that wasn't so bad.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Shion needs us.
Hey, can I have that? Is that healing light back? I didn't think so.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
Because they'll eat you.
You feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet.
Zoogle chow.
Banana!
Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Dohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings. Let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting.
I forgot all about Shion. Oh, is there no terrain here? Can we? We can't even fall off if we wanted to. Oh, I thought I saw a sparkly. Okay, so... Let's see. Wonder what's over here. Just an ore to mine. Almandine mass and antidote rock. I don't even want to fight them, so I'm not going to. Let's see. There's two entrances, it looks, or two places to go, rather.
So high up.
There's that, and then that's where we're supposed to go. So let's go where we're not supposed to go first.
Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Salmon.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch.
That's a funny little dialogue there, though. They were probably real proud of that. Alright. Well, I came down here for a stat boosting item and some fish. Now I have to climb another Metal Gear Solid 3 style ladder.
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it
How
will take
much higher? Oh, so high I can't turn the camera up that
We
far.
are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Rinwell.
Are we there yet?
Positive thinking is everything.
Man, this is a really long ladder. I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Wait a minute. Was there a different... Oh, nuh-uh.
You kids need to train more.
She's right. We don't have time to catch our breath.
Someone's gotta.
Viscous mass.
Go no further!
How dare you use one of my orange shells without my permission, game? Oh, is this Tidal Wave?
The enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that. Raging Cascade! Field! This one's lost! You all cut away!
Okay, here I go.
Double Demon Fang! Air thrust! This one is lost! Illuminate the sun! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Hey, Dohalim, you want to heal us?
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Maybe my arts do have a place in this world.
Sure.
Illuminate the
Tons
sun!
you can do.
There we go. I forgot, I think I've had the boss strat on this whole time. Which is fine, because the enemies didn't take enough out of us to have us waste items, but that's still kind of a pain. So where does this split out? Matter of fact, oh, we're paralyzed.
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No complaint here. Try harder. Not a chance. I'm ready.
Kisara, frozen.
Hammer!
Nicely done.
You're mine.
All thanks to you.
Get you all out of the way.
Lunar Rondo.
Cannon, up and at 'em. Let's go.
Is that a healing one?
Now.
There we go.
Hammer!
Johalim.
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis.
There we go.
Trapped in darkness, pierced by light.
I call it the Rinzo Special.
That treasure. What a sweet sounding ring it has.
Drums of the
You
Master.
think so?
Wow.
Landing.
What a way around. Well, what's over here? Land of Not. Ganeth Haros. We're finally at Lord number 5, and it only took a long
We
time.
did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Haros means Fortress of Not. Though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
Then why
I
waste
guess I
your
just thought we might have
breath
something we
on
could use.
it?
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him.
Didn't you stub your toe or something, Alphen?
Let's do this
Aren't you
the
hurt?
old-fashioned way.
Wasn't that what?
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
He was being fussy earlier, I
We have
promise.
to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I sure hope nothing
Ask the
bad's
members of the
happened to
LDS
Shion.
church, they love soaking. Oh, home run.
Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Actually, you should look that up. Soaking, the verb. And it's not what you think it is. It's not like you soak something in water. Well, it kind of is, but you just look it up for
His
yourself.
primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
That guy certainly is a
Just
villain.
hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh,
Jeez, guys. He's right there. Wow, this place is huge. For this game, it's huge at least. But it's about my bedtime. I still have a few more things I gotta do before I go to bed, so I think I'm gonna cut it off here. Everyone who did come out and watch, thank you for watching. If you... Why am I drawing a blank now all of a sudden? Same thing I always say. If you like Tales of Arise, or if you like Can't Sprint JRPG, please be sure to drop a follow, or maybe even consider subscribing. I do this pretty frequently. Got my PC set up now and everything, so all the obstacles hopefully are out of the way. But yeah, catch me next time. You might have heard me say earlier, obviously we're gonna finish Arise, but we're gonna do some fun stuff too in the meantime, because I would start to hate playing video games if this was the only one I played. I really am not a huge fan of this game, but I am gonna finish it, so yeah, that's all I got. But catch me next time, everyone. Have a good night.